which they had performed on stage, and just the first 2 minutes of the song that I heard, I was hooked, and I tried my level best to get that song to be part of my soundtrack for Wazir, but things didn't happen. I was very dejected that that song couldn't be part of my playlist. But at the same time, I was even more disappointed that I didn't get a chance to work with them. We only spoke on the phone. We never got to meet or anything. And then one day I got to hear that they are releasing an original album called Navarasam, and I happened to see the first video, and again I was blown by the music. I was blown by the quality of the video, and I out of sheer curiosity, I approached them and I said them that, you know, I really like this and I want to hear more of the songs. And that's when I spoke to Govind, who was, as soon as I said that, he immediately WhatsApped me some 4-5 songs and some more tracks from the album. And his next question was, would you be interested to direct a music video? So I think more than him, I was more excited that he actually thought of asking me for it, and without even thinking for a second, I immediately agreed, and I am so glad I did that. And they were sweet enough to send me 4-5 songs from the album and asked me to choose, and I chose Arachar. That's the song that you're going to hear today. I'm not going to talk much about the song, not the context of the song. I can just say that right from the music to the lyrics to the way it was executed, I was completely hooked and take the song higher. And that's what I've tried my best to do. And fortunately, I had some great people who collaborated with me, starting from Aditi, who, again, just on a phone call, I asked her, will she be part of this? And she didn't know anything about it. She thought I'm going to do some sweet Switzerland kind of number where I'm going to take her and there'll be another guy and there'll be like lovey-dovey moments. That's what I think she thought, and she said yes. She heard the song and she said, Acha, so this is what you want me to do. So anyway, I think how I managed to convince her was thanks to my style guru, style director, Shweta, who did some fantastic work in the kind of styling, in the whole styling of the video. So, but she was very clear in how she wanted to approach it, and I was very happy with the kind of stuff she was showing me, and so was Aditi, and she was hooked. And so the entire styling of the video was done by her, and of course, like I said, I had some more interesting people who collaborated. I'm sorry I'm boring you all, but just giving you the history of the video. Some more interesting people, some of them who are not present here. One of the biggest assets for this video, I would say, apart from our own Aditi, is our cameraman, Mr. Ravi Varman. I got the chance to work with him. He's one of the most well-known cameramen in the country, starting from Barfi to Ramleela to his recent work, Tamasha. And it was the first time I was getting to work with him. And I think, again, thanks to him, the video looks the way it is, and I can only, I think it's become my showreel more than his now. So thank you so much. And of course, my production designer, I think she's here somewhere, hiding, Pooja Palan, yes, yeah, who refused to do the video in the budget given, and she said she'll not be able to execute it because she also saw the video in a certain way, but still managed to do it and managed to do a kick-ass job of the production design. And of course, my production team and my ADs who all made it happen. And of course, last but not the least, who I had to convince Mr. Freddy Daruwala, who was also part of the video. Again, Freddy, please come. Freddy, who I happened to meet for the video, I got to know that he himself is a musician. He himself is a part of a band, and I think that's what excited him more to be part of the music video, and I'm glad he was part of it. And one more person who was part of the video, who was a reference. We saw his image as a reference for a costume. He's a costume designer called Mr. Augustine Shubre. And I saw him and I asked Shweta if he can actually fly down, and he couldn't, and he didn't want to, and I had to convince him. And I'm so glad he also got convinced, and he was also part of the video. So I think without talking much, I would call Aditi to say a few words. I'll call Freddy to say a few words, and of course my band, who's right here, Let me say a few words about the band. The band, by the way, it's a one of a kind band. Mainly because they're a 16-member band. I don't think I've heard of such a big band. It's the first time I heard like a 16-member band. There is a father and son who are part of the band. Again, I think that's also one of a kind. I don't think father and sons are together. I've not heard of anything like that. And they do all kinds of genres. They do all kinds of languages. So I think that just sets them apart. And the kind of music that you'll hear, please don't think that this is the only kind of stuff they do. Please look them up. And by the way, they are the most popular band, most popular Indian band on Facebook. They are the maximum number of followers on Facebook. So they're the most popular band. And I think in the indie scene would be incomplete without taking their name. And that's how exponentially they've grown in the last couple of years. And I consider myself privileged that I got to be part of their individual solo original album. So keeping my words short now, I will just call Aditi and Freddy to say a few words before we show you the video.